What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 official wide receiver ratings for the Madden 19 release. We're going through all these positions. You probably, at some point, will see an article written on EA Sports just about the top 5, so I'm going to give you a little bit more of a deep dive and break down the top 10. Plus, at the end, I'll throw around some players that I think are honorable mentions worth talking about, so on and so forth. So, without really just, blabbering on too much, let's jump into it. So, for the first 3 spots, it's all guys that are tied, so we're not really going to do a big-time deep dive. Just show you the class, the groupings of them. So, at number 10, wide receivers that are rated in 88. We have Davante Adams, Julian Edelman, Emmanuel Sanders, and Adam Thielen. Now, looking at this, I think all those are somewhat agreeable. I think Sanders probably could be excluded from that group, maybe an 87. But we know Davante Adams, he's a guy that's just a touchdown machine. Julian Edelman, probably the best slot wide receiver in football when healthy. He does have that suspension. But I think of this group, Adam Thielen should be higher. I'd probably give Adam Thielen a 90, 91. Looking at this list and the guys that are in the 90s, I think Thielen would probably be best suited for a 90 overall. Going to number 9, the wide receivers with an 89 overall. We have Mike Evans, Larry Fitzgerald, T.Y. Hilton, and Golden Tate. Again, I think most of those are fairly agreeable. You got Mike Evans, who's a beast, coming off a down year because everyone was just terrible there in Tampa Bay. But on his day, Mike Evans is unstoppable. Larry Fitzgerald, the ageless wonder, Larry Legend, greatest playoff wide receiver I've ever seen. T.Y. Hilton, again, inconsistent quarterback play, but still made a bunch of big plays last season, slightly underrated. And you have Golden Tate, who is, pretty much trying to lay claim to be a, consensus top 3 slot wide receiver in football. Going to number 8. We have 3 players tied with the 90 overall. We have Doug Baldwin, Stefon Diggs, and Alshon Jeffrey. Now, Baldwin and Alshon, I think, they're fair to be a 90. I might be more suited to put Doug Baldwin in that 89 category. Have Alshon sole possession of the only 90. Actually, no, swap that. Doug Baldwin goes to the 89. Stefon Diggs goes to 88. Adam Thielen comes from 88 to 90. And Alshon Jeffrey and Adam Thielen are the 290 overall wide receivers in this game. There you go. Point blank. Period. But hey, as an Eagle fan, I love that Alshon got a 90. Totally deserved. And if Carson Wentz would have stayed healthy, I think he definitely would have hit double-digit touchdowns and probably broken 1,000 yards. But because it's a timeshare at the Philadelphia Eagle wide receiver position, it's always tough for a guy like Alshon to get great individual stats. But here's hoping for a 1,000-yard season next year. Now, breaking in the individual players at number 7, we have Michael Thomas of the New Orleans Saints, who got a 91 overall. 89 speed, 95 catching, 93 short route running, and 92 spectacular catch. So when you go through these ratings, you need to understand that they did add a couple more dynamics to the wide receiver ratings this year. They have short, medium, and deep route running. I can't talk about the beta yet, so can't really tell you how it feels different. But it is more depth, and more depth is a better thing, which helps the gameplay in general. But for Michael Thomas being the number 7 wide receiver in the game, I think it's fair. He's an emerging superstar. He's one of the few times in my life that I can come out and admit that I was completely wrong. I didn't think he was going to be a bust, but I thought he was a bad pick from the Saints. I thought it was a little bit of a reach. That's probably what it is. Not a bust, but I thought he was a little bit of a reach when the Saints selected him in the 2nd round. And boy, did he prove me wrong. That guy's a monster. I saw a picture of him this offseason. He looks like, Jesus Christ, looks like Francis Ngannou or something like that. He's jacked. Maybe he's too big. Maybe he's going to be like Colin Kaepernick. Remember Colin Kaepernick worked out a lot one offseason. They said it affected his throwing motion. Maybe it's going to happen to Michael Thomas. I don't know. But dude looks like a beast, and he plays very, very well with Drew Brees. Going to number 6, we have Keenan Allen of the LA Chargers with a 92 overall, the comeback player of the year last year. And he's a baller. If he can stay healthy, he is one of the best in the game, and this reflects it. 88 speed, 94 catching, 92 catching traffic, and 94 short route running for Keenan Allen, who's a guy that can do it all. Maybe more suited with these stats to be a slot guy, moving in to that, because now there's a predefined slot wide receiver spot in your depth chart, which is pretty awesome. But he also, outside of the speed, he doesn't have trailblazing speed, but he does have the technique to play on inside and outside, brings great versatility to your offense. Go to number 5, we have A.J. Green of the Cincinnati Bengals with a 93 overall. A.J. Green, 90 speed, 97 jumping, 93 catching, 95 catching traffic, 93 short route running, and 98 spectacular catch. You know what it is. You know what to do with A.J. Green. Just, you're going to assume most teams he's going to be your B route. Just once the B route, just gets in line with the corner, just tap it. Tap it, let him throw up and get it. He is pretty much, him and Julio Jones are trying their best to emulate just how overpowered Calvin Johnson used to be, and they're doing a pretty good job at that. So get ready for some OP jump ball cheese anytime you play the Bengals or A.J. Green and Ultimate Team. Going to number 4, we have DeAndre Hopkins of the Houston Texans with a 94 overall. So he's the 4th best wide receiver. I think that's really debatable. I definitely would have put him over Odell. Yeah, you already seen me on Twitter. I think debatably he's as good, if not slightly better, than Julio Jones. That is kind of my hot take. I don't say that as someone that hates Julio Jones. I just think, more so what I've seen for... You compare Julio Jones last 2 years, you can play DeAndre Hopkins last 2 years. I think Hopkins is more impressive, and considering that Julio Jones had an MVP quarterback during that time, I think that says volumes. But either way, DeAndre Hopkins is coming in at number 4 with a 94. He has 92 speed, 98 catching, 96 catch in traffic, 95 short route running, and 97 spectacular catch. Texans are going to be a great team to rebuild. They're going to be very, very overpowered with him. You're going to have Deshaun Watson. You're going to have a nice little running back tandem there, and Lamar Miller and Devontae Foreman. You're going to have tremendous defense now that they're healthy. So Texans going to be OP, but I think DeAndre Hopkins should be the number 3 wide receiver in Madden 19. The actual number 3 wide receiver we just said, Odell Beckham Jr. with a 95 overall. Now, this is something that I saw that I thought might have been a glitch from what was the spreadsheet that was released, but Odell has 94 speed, 89 catching, 92 catch in traffic, 96 short route running, 95 medium route running, and 99 spectacular catch. I was very surprised to see the 89 catching. Doesn't really drop a lot of balls, but maybe it was a little bit of a typo. I don't know. Maybe that actually is 89 catching for Odell. It's kind of ridiculous. I think the route running thing is a little. I think he runs slants. He pretty much runs slants. He has that famous catch, but for the most part, he just runs slants. So I don't know about the 95 medium route running, but the spectacular catch always was going to be very, very strong because he's, that's what he does. He has swag. Going to number 2, it's going to be Julio Jones of the Atlanta Falcons with a 98 overall. Julio Jones, everyone knows, 6'4". He's Calvin. He's the closest thing we have to Calvin Johnson, even more so than AJ Green. 93 speed, 97 jumping, 96 catching, 98 catch in traffic, 97 short route running, and 98 spectacular catch. Very nice. Just he's good. He's really good. You don't need me to tell you that. You don't need me to elaborate on that. And number 1 is Antonio Brown. We already know this from the 99 club. He has the 99 overall with 92 speed, 99 catching, 99 catch in traffic, 98 short route running, 97 medium route running, 96 deep route running, and 98 spectacular catch. Well-rounded. He can do it all. He is the best wide receiver in football. The fact that he has somewhat athletic and size limitations, and he's as good as guys that are 5 inches taller, 20 pounds heavier, run faster, 40-yard dash times, really speaks to how much time and effort he puts in. I think, without a doubt, Antonio Brown deserves the 99. So looking at some other wide receivers that we have here, we have Tyreek Hill that got an 87. Allen Robinson going to the Bears, 87 as well. Nelson Aguilar, the Philadelphia Eagles, bounce back season from Aggie. He got an 84 overall. Can't wait to play with him. He's going to be very, very OP out of the slot. Josh Gordon got an 82 overall. That's a bump. He's, the last couple of years, been floating around 76 to 79. 76, 79, something like that. So getting the 82, I like to see that. Juju Smith-Schuster, because he's popular and he got swag, got an 80. Here's the most crazy one. Cam Meredith, who had a good year like 2 years ago with the Bears. He's an 83. That is the most, out of all the wide receivers that I saw, Cam Meredith being an 83 might have been the most ridiculous one that I've seen. Maybe Stefon Diggs being rated Adam Thielen could be right there, but Cam Meredith being an 83 is simply ridiculous. And what would be a Madden video without ending complaining about Cam Meredith's Madden rating? So there you go, guys. Those are the top 10 wide receivers and a couple honorable mentions for the base game in Madden 19. Do you agree or disagree with these ratings? Do you disagree with what I said about these ratings? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace